Sam Roy back again. Ooh, kind of dark in here. It is 10:30, and this is Friday, August 5th, I believe, 2016. I'll correct myself later if it's not. And just waking up. I really slept a long time last night. I needed it. I didn't get to bed till maybe about, I don't know, 1 o'clock. I just kind of was really restless. So, had to make myself a quick cup of coffee. I'm still my first one, so I may be a little groggy this morning. I know I haven't made a video in a couple of days, at least not a vlog, and it's just mainly because there haven't been much to vlog about that was any good. You know, I'd rather not make a video unless I have something good to talk about. Well, today I do want to give you guys at least a couple of updates. My cousins are coming back on Saturday sometime in the afternoon. They're at this summer camp for this past week. It just seems so funny. They're from New York, upstate New York originally, like Binghamton area. And their camp used to be like an hour north, I think somewhere near Syracuse. Then all of a sudden the camp decided to move down here to Chesapeake, which is really, you know, not far from us at all. About 20-30 minutes. So what they do is they come down here, they spend a couple days with us, they go down to the summer camp, they come back and spend another couple days with us, and they go back home. So definitely looking forward to seeing them again. We had a real fun time. My cousin and I, we're 14 years apart. He's 19 and I'm basically 33. So I like to introduce him to some of the older shows I used to watch, especially on Nick in the 90s. The first night we were here, I asked him, has he ever seen the show Rocko's Modern Life? And he's like, no, it sounds pretty interesting. I've heard of it, though. I said, well, you know what? I got the whole series on DVD. Why don't we go ahead and watch a few? So we spent like 2-3 hours that night just watching. I mean, we must have watched 10-15 episodes of the show, and he was laughing his butt off. And I'm like, yeah, this is what Nickelodeon used to have. These really clever, kind of adult-oriented cartoons. I mean, think of that, Ren and Stimpy back in the day. It really saddens me to think where it's gone today, you know. Well, granted, I guess Alvin and the Chipmunks, since I watched that, is pretty good, but the rest of the stuff to me is just kind of garbage. I miss the heyday of Nickelodeon. The late 70s, 80s, and 90s were the best for their programming. Well, as I'm talking here, I see LT is really looking for attention, so I'll give you guys a quick update on her. Look. You gonna say hi? What? Psst, psst, psst. You want to talk? Yeah, she won't do it because I have the camera facing there. But you good girl. She's doing really well. I know everybody's been asking about her. She's totally over her upper respiratory infection. I gave her the last pill a few days ago, the last antibiotic, and you know, she's not sneezing. She was, I think, running a fever for a while, but that's broken. She has plenty of energy, and she definitely has her appetite back. Give you a little rub. Oh, yeah, we know what little girl kitties like. Love having that butt scratched. Good girl. Good girl. And I think Dad actually pet her a lot this morning, too. Pretty much he says every morning he gives her about 20 minutes of attention. He comes, sits on this recliner before he makes his breakfast, just pets her, watches the morning news, and then goes up and makes something to eat. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pause the vlog for right now, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. So there is something I want to show you in the garage. Dad is working on the 46 Plymouth. How's it going?
A little paint work.
You can see he's got his paint gun there. Oh, wow. Look at that. So what, just finished the bumper?
Yeah, but it's not finished yet, but first coat.
Looks pretty good. Is that, how much further have you gotten? Just the bumper so far?
Yeah, I'm doing some spot repairs, and then when it's all done, I'll drive like that for a while, and I'll get repainted professionally.
Nice. He's got it all taped and papered up, getting ready for the painting. Looks really good, actually. So this is just one coat over here, right?
It's all wet in here. Yeah, I'm touching it.
Yeah, but actually it looks really good. You can see he took the door handles off because he's got the door poppers installed, which I guess I could show you guys later on once he's done painting. But yeah, I always like this purple color. Well, I'll let you get back to work. I got to go run some errands.
It's called Plum Crazy, Chrysler color.
Plum Crazy. Okay, there you go, guys. Once again, it's called Plum Crazy if you like this color.
Guys, so heading over to the thrift store again, the usual routine. I thought you guys might get a kick out of that. I knew that he'd let me film a little bit of him painting the car, but yeah, you'd think after all these years he'd be used to it, but he still's not that crazy about me filming him for the YouTube channel. But he's so intelligent. You guys love watching the content with him, and I got so many good comments on the video of him repairing the trailer and the floor in the trailer, even though that video was only like a minute and a half long. But I just wanted to make sure that he gets to share some of that knowledge of his, because he is, as you guys said, very, very handy. And I've tried. I mean, I can do some of the things he does, but nowhere near as good as he does. He just instinctively knows when something needs to be repaired. He has the mind to just go ahead and design what needs to be designed and then just do it. And that's just not me, unfortunately. I don't know why I didn't become as handy as he did. Not for lack of trying. I mean, he's taught me over the years. I've done a little bit of carpentry with him, but nothing in, how can I say this? Nothing like he does. He just really, really knows what he's doing. Other than that, here's one thing I wanted to let you guys know. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be going down to pick up my my cousins. I don't know if they're going to be driving back or not. I think we're going to have them follow us back, because I think he had a hard time getting there in the first place. So if we don't, we're just going to make sure they have a good GPS. Well, they have one, actually. We gave him one, but I'm not sure if he's actually used it, and I think they use their phone to get down there. So we'll just have to see if they have any trouble getting back here tomorrow. I wish I could show you guys. Some lady sitting on the corner here dancing away, and she's got like Elton John glasses. Oh my gosh.
That's it right there.
If I can... Oh man, we're walking too quick. That's really, really funny though. I wish I was able to get a better shot of that. I tell you guys, you find some of the oddest people around here. I don't know why. Oh yeah. I swear, I think it's the heat that makes people kind of go crazy once in a while. Oh, get to lock my doors here. Let's see. There really isn't too much else to talk about, guys. I mean, I'm kind of trying to force this vlog out there, and there's really just not a lot going on right now. I do have somebody possibly coming later to buy computer. That's the one that has the dual monitor setup. That one, I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's a decent system. It's a Core 2 Duo, 4 gigs of RAM. I think that one's got two 320 gig hard drives in there. Either that or that's got the 500. I'll have to look it up again. I don't remember what I stuck in there. But running Windows 10, and it's a decent system. I'm actually surprised it hasn't sold yet. It seems like the dual monitor systems everybody wants. I mean, and it's really beneficial because you can do so many different things. I mean, I have a dual monitor setup. I got some friends of mine that actually have triple monitor setups, but unfortunately I don't have a computer desk that would allow me to do that. If in the future, if I decide to upgrade, I might get one where I can have the 3 monitors, because my video card, I believe, can handle up to 4 actually. So I have the 2 DVI ports, and then I have the HDMI port, but you can actually buy a splitter for that and allow you to add an additional 2 monitors. So who knows? You never know what the future is going to bring. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here for right now. If I get anything at the thrift store, I will definitely show you guys. Until then, talk to you a little later. Well, just left the thrift store, and nothing super great, but I did come up with something that I can use. This is a bag of 8 Auric XL vacuum bags, which we have 2 Aurics in our house. I got this for $1.98 there. In the store, you could pay almost $25, $30 for this bag, this case of bags, I guess you should call it. So, not a bad deal. Now, I believe some of these have been used. I'll actually have to pull them out later and count them. Actually, I might be able to do it here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like there was 1 used. There's 7 bags in here, so that was still a huge score. Well, I'm going to head back home. It's really starting to get hot out, and I need to make a few phone calls. Hopefully that person's going to come and pick up that computer later. We'll have to see what happens. I will talk to you guys in a little bit.
So I know I haven't showed you my actual room for a while. I haven't done a real room tour video.
And I'm not going to do one today, but I did want to show you guys a couple of things that I'm going to be switching around. As you guys know, I picked up that laptop, which I am still waiting to do a review on. I need to try and get that complete either today or maybe this weekend, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, once I finish the review, I'm going to take that laptop and I'm going to go ahead and put it here. This is going to be its permanent place. I'm going to go ahead and move this monitor out of the way and just kind of use all that area down there for storage, because I really don't need to have another desktop here, because I have my media center system over there. I have my XPS 8700 here. And then, of course, I have my area here with my vintage systems. And when I'm working on a computer, I usually just set up my table. So to be able to continue to use that laptop, I think this is going to be the perfect place for it. And of course, I also have my backup system, which I know I showed you guys a while back. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off for a minute so you guys can hear me a little bit better. I know there's a lot of noise in this room. People have been asking me about this lately. I thought I did a good video on this before, but I guess I wasn't that thorough. This is a Dell Optiplex 780, which is an excellent computer for doing backups. It does not have USB 3.0, but that's okay because I don't really have a device that supports 3.0. The one that I use for backups is this Initech drive toaster. Basically, with this one, I can go ahead and put any SATA drive in here, whether it be a laptop or desktop style. And yes, I know my finger's in the way. Basically, there are your ports right there, your two SATA ports, power and data. There you go. You can see it better now. And this really actually works well. For those of you that have never seen one of these, this is the Initech. It does boast that it works at USB 3.0 speeds, but I have not been able to get it to work for that. It'll see it as USB 3.0 if I hook it up to my XPS 8700, but this will only work at 2.0 speeds, which makes me think that they kind of fibbed a little bit when they said that this was 3.0 capable. But for the kind of backups I do with it, I mean, it works just fine at USB 2.0 speeds. As you can see, it's compatible with the 2.5-inch and then 3.5-inch SATAs, hard drive and SSDs. That's important because now that I'm getting some more repairs, and I am actually starting to work on some computers with SSDs, and I know that's going to become a much bigger thing for me in the future as SSD prices go down. You see some of the features on there. It is plug and play and hot swappable, though I would not recommend doing that with a conventional hard drive because there is a trickle charge in there even when you turn the power off, and if you pull the hard drive out when there is a trickle charge, there is a chance of data loss. So I do not hot swap this. You're probably okay to do with SSDs, but not with conventional hard drives. Let me go ahead and switch to the input on here. This is my Cybex switch view, and I actually want to thank YouTube user, I think he puts his videos on our Bose computers now, but Joshua, he actually gave me another one of these, which I have not set up yet because this one is still working, but I am so grateful to have it as a backup because these things work amazing. I'm going to go ahead and sign in real quick and I'll show you the rest of my backup system. Okay guys, let me apologize in advance for the scaling. Yes, because this is a CRT monitor, you're going to get those scan linings. There is nothing I can do about it. But basically, this is my backup / virus removal computer. Whenever a client brings me a computer that has a virus in it, or it's like end of life and they need to get another computer, I can either remove the viruses or do a data backup to like a flash drive or another external hard drive. Basically, what I do is I take the hard drive out of their computer, throw it in the toaster, and then I can do all the work I need to on this computer. Two programs I use off the bat. One is Crystal Disk Info. This will tell me if the hard drive that I'm working on is good or not, because sometimes, especially if they're getting a new computer, I like to go ahead and slave that old hard drive in there. That way they have a little bit of extra space. And as you can see right now, I just have the internal hard drive hooked up in this computer, which is a Samsung HD502HJ 500 gigabyte drive. This has actually been a good hard drive. fairly decent, not too many hours on this, about 42,000, which is kind of average for a drive that's maybe 2-3 years old. So I'll keep that going in there for now. Then the second program I usually run is Malware Bytes, because I need to run a virus scan. Just no matter what, if I think there might be a virus on their old computer before I go ahead and stick that old hard drive into any other system, I always run virus scans. I usually start with Malware Bytes, which is a good program that gets rid of malware and spam, sometimes spyware too. Then what I'll usually do is I'll run a scan. If you go down here, I'll run a scan with Spybot, which is more for spyware, but again, can also find some Trojans and things like that. And then once this is completed, I usually use Avast, and I do what's called a boot time scan. So if you go up here, you look at this little cog, if you click that, the first thing you want to do is make sure you have the latest updates, and you go to where it says update. You can see I do have the current release. Now, if I didn't, right down here, it would actually say you need to update to the newest release, and I would go ahead and do that. But since I've done that, I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do a boot time scan. What you do is you click on the magnifying glass there, you click scan for viruses, and then you choose this little arrow here and go to boot time scan. I'm going to go ahead and do that on this computer because I haven't done it in a while. Now it says it's not scheduled. Basically, you have to click start here, which will schedule the boot time scan. And in my case, because they've added some more features to the boot time scan, I need to go ahead and download the additional components, which I will do right now. Shouldn't take too long. Now, once this is done downloading, it should prompt me to restart the computer, and then it'll go ahead and start into the boot time scan. Now, the boot scan is done at a DOS prompt, a specific one that Avast has created, and I will show you that in just a minute. So that's finished downloading. And now it's saying the boot time scan will run on your next system restart. Do you want to restart the computer now? So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you what it looks like. Past the BIOS screen, starting to load Windows 10. As you will see in just a second, it'll start to load it, but it won't go all the way through. It'll actually go to the Avast prompt, which is here, Avast Antivirus. And at this point, you can hit escape to bypass the scan, but we're not going to do that. And it should start any second. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now it's going to go ahead and scan the main hard drive only because that's what I have hooked up right now. But if I had a flash drive in here, an external hard drive, if I had something in the drive toaster, the nice thing about this will scan all of those devices. So if I'm worried that there might be a virus, say, on a customer's hard drive, I can run the scan and basically make sure that the viruses are cleaned off. But I don't just depend on this. I only showed you guys a few of the scanners. There are a few other ones that I use, but those are kind of a trade secret of mine, so I'm not going to go ahead and tell you about those. But that's basically what I do with this backup computer, and I have been very pleased with it. It's got a Core 2 Duo in it, a fairly high-end one. I believe it's the E8400 that's in here, but don't quote me. I haven't actually checked that in a while. So this is just a little snippet. I want to go ahead and add a few of these in because people, you guys are always asking me to explain what I do and how I repair computers and, remove viruses. And this is just a little piece that hopefully will help you guys out in the near future. I just got a text from somebody that was interested in buying one of the computers that I have on Craigslist, and he made me an interesting proposal. He said that he doesn't have all the cash. He has about half of what I'm asking for it, but he said he wants to trade me an iPod Air 2. And I said, well, yeah, if you're interested. I gave him my address, and we're supposed to be meeting up sometime later on today. I asked him further how the condition of the iPad Air 2, and he said it's basically brand new. I guess he just opened it, but he needs to have an actual desktop because the programs that he's running are not available on the Apple iPad Airs 2. So I said, heck yeah, you know what? I'll take a look and see if it's something that I can use. Now, I have been burned this way before. I've had people tell me they want to do trades, and it's usually on a nice item like that, an iPad, maybe a nice laptop or something. They'll say, "Oh yeah, it's brand new. It's never been used." And then when I see it,
it's obvious it's not brand new. I mean, it's obvious it's been totally used and abused. I remember one time somebody tried to trade me a laptop for a desktop. They wanted to do a straight trade, and when they bought the laptop, it was a newer model, but it was in horrible shape. It looked like somebody lit the top on fire. The entire cover was completely melted. The keyboard was dirty as can be. It looked like it was used in a shop somewhere. I kind of wonder if maybe it got a little too close to a manifold, or maybe they had put it on the engine or something. But that's one thing. When you're buying and selling on Craigslist, no matter what, you have to look at the items, especially if you're looking at a trade. Don't be afraid to tell people that they need to bring it, and don't be afraid to spend 5-10 minutes going through the item they want to trade. In my case, this is an iPad. I know a decent amount about an iPad, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to be going through it. I'm going to look, make sure there are no deep gouges or scratches on the screen. I'll take it out of whatever case he has, make sure the back is nice, hasn't been all scratched up. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some work in the operating system. I'm going to go ahead and try to watch a YouTube video, maybe run some benchmarking tests, and just basically go online and open up a few of the apps, because I want to make sure that they all work properly. If I notice the apps are crashing all the time, then that could mean the internal memory is going bad. So once again, if you're selling, or whether you're selling or buying on Craigslist, you have to be very, very cautious. And I hope this will help you guys out in the future, because I have been burned myself. Hey guys, well, it's about 5 o'clock right now. I'm going to end the vlog here for today. I'm still waiting on that person to get back to me about the iPad Air 2, so if I have any updates about that, I will get back with you guys on that tomorrow. Please remember to like and subscribe, and as always, have a blessed day, everybody.